WWE Fastlane provided us with lots of returns, debuts, and some big advancements in some major storylines. So we'll see what's new for Cody Rhodes, the Judgment Day, and more. Let's start things off with Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso, because this looks like it's going in the direction that everyone is expecting it to. So this entire storyline right now with Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso basically started because of the events of SummerSlam. Jey Uso was so disgusted with what was happening with his family that he quit SmackDown and WWE altogether after that event. But strangely enough, it was Cody Rhodes, one of the Bloodline's biggest rivals over the last few years, who put himself out there for Jey Uso. Cody Rhodes went to Adam Pearce and WWE officials and was able to get Jey Uso traded away from SmackDown to come to Raw and get away from his family. And the second that happened, everyone's initial guess was that Cody Rhodes might have been helping Jey Uso get away from Roman, but at the same time, maybe Cody was helping himself by trying to get traded to SmackDown to go back after Roman. That's where everyone thought the story was going. But despite them teasing that SmackDown would receive some sort of compensation for the Jey Uso trade, that part of the storyline hasn't really been mentioned in weeks and has kind of been forgotten about. But instead of Cody Rhodes being traded to SmackDown, we saw Cody and Jey team up as a tag team to take on the Judgment Day for the undisputed tag team titles. It's a tag team that nobody thought we'd see, especially not after what Cody and the Bloodline went through earlier this year. But due to the recent events, this tag team does work and was put together nicely. And like we saw at Fastlane, Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso were able to dethrone the Judgment Day as undisputed tag team champions. For Jey Uso, he becomes a two-time undisputed WWE tag team champion and gets back the titles that he lost in April. And for Cody Rhodes, it's his first WWE championship victory since returning to WWE. The duo of Cody and Jey looks very promising, especially judging by their Fastlane press conference. It definitely seems like they're going to be a fun duo, but looking at it from a storyline perspective, it appears that there's a deeper meaning and purpose to this tag team title reign for Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso. The titles just weren't given to them randomly because there's nothing else for them to do. It seems that this is the first step in an even bigger story. And it's something that Michael Cole even hinted at during WWE Fastlane. But the undisputed tag team titles basically gives its champions a free pass to appear on any brand they like. They can appear on Raw, SmackDown, and even NXT. So it looks like they gave those tag team titles to Cody and Jey to give them that free pass to appear on SmackDown more frequently. Cody and Jey's rumored WrestleMania 40 opponents are both SmackDown superstars. And with Cody and Jey now having that free pass to appear on SmackDown more often, it looks like this is how WWE could end up building both Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso versus Jimmy Uso. And you also gotta wonder if this was possibly Cody's plan and vision the entire time, since he first helped Jey Uso come to Raw. Was his plans truly to bring Jey to him, win the tag team titles with Jey, and then use the titles and Jey to get closer to Roman Reigns and get Roman's attention again? Cody himself even hinted at the idea that this is part of his much bigger plan. He took to Twitter after the tag team title win with Jey Uso at Fastlane to say this, quote, "Random, or is it? What's next?" End quote. Also in that tweet was the open book emoji that most likely was a reference to Cody's popular "finish the story" phrase. Even Cody himself is teasing that this is a big step in getting him closer to defeating Roman Reigns and finishing his story. So it looks like we can expect to see Cody and Jey face some big teams on Raw, but it looks like the bigger endgame plan is definitely for Cody and Jey to once again collide with Roman and the Bloodline heading into WrestleMania season. After absolutely dominating WWE for several months, the Judgment Day has begun going through a bit of a rough spot right now. You had Dominic Mysterio losing his North American title, but managing to still get it back right away. But now you have Finn Balor and Damian Priest losing the undisputed tag team titles only after a few weeks. So it's a bit of a roller coaster ride for the Judgment Day right now. But like we've been talking about and seeing a lot in recent weeks, Rhea Ripley is the one that isn't folding at all and is quickly becoming the group's undisputed leader. For a majority of the year, the Judgment Day's big thing that they always bragged about was how they were all equals and how there was no leader in the group. Well, over the last few weeks, that claim is no longer the case. Rhea Ripley has emerged as the leader of the group and now makes big moves and all of their operations run through her. We've seen several instances with this within the last week alone. We saw Rhea lay down the law on Dominic Mysterio, threaten to kick him out if he didn't win the title back. Then we saw Rhea Ripley negotiating a deal with the Bloodline by herself. And at Fastlane, we once again saw Rhea Ripley's new leadership role on full display, with a backstage segment before the main event. Damian Priest was shown backstage being hurt and frustrated about losing the tag team titles. He only had one good leg, but he didn't want to leave the night empty-handed. So he said tonight was the night he was cashing in. So he gets up, hobbling on his bad leg, but Rhea Ripley stops him, tells him he's not cashing in tonight, and even tells him to hand her over the briefcase. Now, when that segment first aired, some fans thought it could have been some more misdirection to set up a surprise cash-in, but it didn't happen. A lot of fans have been pointing out that Damian Priest has been missing some pretty logical cash-in moments in recent weeks, but WWE fully explained why he couldn't cash in at Fastlane. He was extremely banged up, and the Judgment Day's new leader, Rhea Ripley, told him no. As far as why Damian Priest was acting a bit foolish to want to cash in on a bad leg, maybe it's because Damian does fear what Rhea Ripley would do to him now that he lost his title. It's sort of like Roman Reigns and the Bloodline. The Bloodline members used to be extremely fearful to see what Roman would do or say to them after a big loss. And it seems like that's the same dynamic now coming into the Judgment Day with Rhea Ripley and the other members. Damian saw how brutal Rhea was to her lover Dominic Mysterio when he lost the title. So if she acted like that towards Dominic, it looks like Damian was extremely fearful of what Rhea would say to him and Finn after they lost the titles. So it seems like that could have been an extra motivation behind Damian wanting to cash in while being injured. He was just so fearful of what the Judgment Day's leader would do to him that he wanted to save himself and try to bring back the World Heavyweight title into the group before the end of the night. So it's all big moments for establishing the fact that Rhea Ripley is now in full control of the group. It'll be interesting to see how she does react towards Damian and Finn's title loss, and what plans she will have in store for Damian Priest's cash-in. If Rhea comes up with a great cash-in plan that ends up being successful for Damian Priest, that's only going to raise Rhea's stock as a great leader even more. So be on the lookout for more big moments of great leadership coming from Rhea Ripley in the coming weeks. But what are your thoughts on today's stories? Leave your comments below, don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.